Alright, hey everybody. This is an exclusive video, Patreon only. It's going to be unedited, so mind me, I am cooking in the background, so let it cook and it might bing and stuff, but I'll leave it as is. Right, so, first of all, the reason why I'm making this video is just to kind of get it out of the way. When something sits in your head for a long time, you wonder and you wonder and you wonder, and if you don't tell anybody, well, it stays there and no one really knows. So, first of all, I'm going to tell you the utmost truth, the best I can remember. If I make any mistakes and I rewatch it, I will let you know down below, but I'm going to just explain it as is. I will not be revealing any names of the real people in this thing. I will just use different names. So the reason myself and my ex-girlfriend broke up. Okay. First of all, when I met her, she was pretty good. She was nice. There were some red flags, which I ignored on purpose because I really liked her. She had 2 kids. The one is 1 year old, and the one was 3 at the time. Now 4, I think. And it was a challenge for me, and I did warn her that, listen, I'm no father, although I can try my best to be the father that I can be, but I don't have any experience with kids, so I might snap, things might happen. So yeah, cool, no problem. And we got to know each other. We went away a couple of times together, met the kids, and it was going really well. Again, in between all that, there were some red flags. There were some strange things said by her. This is I'm just going to mention the one time. This was the first week that I knew her. We went away to a camping trip, and everything was going fine. We went to the club, had 1 or 2 beers nearby, and we went home to the tent that night, and we were getting ready to go to bed in the tent, and something strange happened with her. She told me, I need to be more cleaner with myself. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drink now. What do you mean? She says, no, I'm a very dirty person, and I don't look after myself. I don't look after my nails. I don't wash my hair as often as I should. Things like that, just general stuff. And I was like, oh, shit, okay, well, I didn't know it was that bad. It's really not that bad, because I don't walk around smelling. If I did, my dad would have mentioned it. And then she said, this is the reason why I don't go with you anywhere, because I'm embarrassed to be with you. Shit, where did this come from? We've been together for a week, and now you're just bringing this out in the middle of the tent, in the middle of nowhere. Okay, that's strange. Hurt me a lot. She fell asleep. I sat there being like, shit, can't believe she said this to me. She woke up a couple of hours later, and she said, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Never heard anything of it again. That's weird. No? Weird. Very weird. Anyway, next day comes, everything's back to normal. Happy relationship, whatever. And as the relationship goes on and on and on, everything's fine. And then she needed to pick her daughter up in a whole nother province, which was a 7-hour drive. It turned out to be like 9 hours. And I offered to drive for her for free. I didn't pay anything. She didn't pay anything. Maybe she put a little bit of fuel, if I remember correctly. So I drove all the way to pick her daughter up that day, all in one trip. So 7 hours there, 7 hours back. I did the whole thing. You see, why I'm mentioning these things is because no matter her situation with her kids, no matter who she was, I did all these things because I loved and I cared. I didn't expect anything in return. I didn't want anything in return. I just wanted to be loved and cared for, basically, as a relationship, and that's what I did. And the dedication for a guy to meet a girl with kids and accept that is, sorry, not to brag myself, but shit, guys, not many people want to do that, but I was willing to learn and practice. I was willing to do it. Anyway, the time went on. I was moving. My house sold. And we did talk about moving in together. And I wanted to move to a 1-bedroom place. Okay. And she was like, no, well, if you move to 1-bedroom place, it's going to be very difficult for me to come over and with the kids and everything. And even when I do move in, she said, there's no space for her. So I looked for a place with a 2-bedroom. Found a place for a 2-bedroom. And it was supposed to be like me move here, stay here for 2 weeks or so, and leave it and then make a move in. But something happened the week before I moved. Well, I moved here, right? This is interesting. So, my ex-girlfriend, has a particular relationship with her ex. Okay? This ex hangs around like a fly. He's always there. Yes, I understand he has his kid, and that kid, the youngest one, is his kid. And he's there to support the kid. But he's always there. He's there for the bras. Barbecue. He's there for family gatherings and events. He drinks with the family. He hangs around my ex-girlfriend. All these things I never liked. But I accepted and I tried my best to trust. Until one night. What happened one night is that my ex-girlfriend got, there was a barbecue happening. I went over, spent some time there, and I was like, no, I actually have to go home because I have a stream that night, and I didn't stream that night because things went bad. I have to stream that night, so I can't stay at this barbecue. But at this barbecue, her ex was there, her mom and dad were there, I think her sister or someone was there. And I thought, okay, well, everyone's here, everything's fine, I can go, right? No problem. Get in my car, and before I got in my car, just a note, I begged her to come home with me. I said, please come home with me, please. I'll cancel the stream, yeah. I'll cancel the stream, and I just want you home. Come with me, we'll watch some movies tonight, we'll have a good time. Oh, she's like, no, I'm tired, I gotta look after the kids, I'm tired, I really don't feel like coming tonight, we'll make it tomorrow. I'll come, no problem, right? So please come. Basically begging her, and she was no, it's tomorrow. I was like, okay, cool, no more begging. Got in my car, went home. Next day came, she came over, everything was fine, no problem. Then I had a feeling. I don't know what it was. I had a gut feeling inside. This gut feeling told me to look through her phone when she was sleeping. Listen, I don't condone this, and I don't really think anyone should do this. Look through someone's phone when they're sleeping. It's just one of my things, and I did it, and it is what it is. I looked through her phone. What did I find? That night that I left, the night that I went home, she went out with her ex and a friend and got drunk and had a good time partying at bars and stuff. After the night, I begged her to come home with me. When I went home that night, she then decided that it would be a good idea to go out with her ex and have a party somewhere else. All the photos were there. And I saw these photos because the photos were sent to her by her ex. And in the chat, her ex said that this was a very fun night. Thank you so much. It was nice not fighting. Holy shit. That's not cool. And after that time, I begged her, whatever. And she said she's tired. And now, what the hell, man? Anyway, she didn't know I looked through her phone. Sat there, couldn't sleep, sat by the bed. Woke up. She was sleeping while I was going through her phone. And I said, hey, what actually happened last night? Where did you go? What did you do? She said, no, I stayed at home. Nothing happened. I stayed at home. Blatantly lied in front of me when I saw the photos. I saw the photos, I saw the chats, I saw what happened last night. She lied dead in front of me that she did not go anywhere that night. Anyway, a little bit of a fight there. Is what it is. I was very upset. She apologized. She said, listen, never happen again. She'll never spend time with her ex, it was wrong, and she made a mistake, and blah, blah, blah. As the guy I am, I accepted it, and I said, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to trust you now. And immediately, I made her move into with me so I can watch her and I can trust her. Because I did not trust her after that, man. I really did not. And that's when she moved in with me. And everything was going fine, guys. Everything was fine. The kids that were here right here, they would scream, cry, and do their thing as kids do. And obviously, I snap. I get upset. Keep quiet. You're making too much noise. Things like that. But that's what I think a father should do, right? As a father figure, you should put down a set of discipline and say, hey, screaming and shouting is not on. You're not supposed to scream and shout all the time. You're a kid, I understand, but come on, boundaries. Okay? Obviously, my ex-girlfriend will be mixed feelings most of the stuff. Some stuff she would agree with, some stuff she wouldn't agree with, and whatnot. And it wouldn't be that bad. It really wasn't that bad. She would never bring it up as a major problem, and I just continued with it, obviously. It wasn't all the time. Didn't scream at them all the time. We had our moments. Cool. As time went on and on. There's a lot more in between all that, but I don't want to bore you all with more details, whatever. Nothing too major to point out. Now this has come to the point where the breakup happened. Right, Friday. It was a Friday, and it was her kids' party. Her kids' party was going to happen on Sunday, and the kids' party was going to happen at a game reserve, which I organized for the kid. It's completely free on a Sunday. So, my girlfriend wanted to go home for the weekend, prep, do that stuff. So I said, okay, cool. I'll stay home. I'll do some videos. I'll go with my dad. I'll do all that stuff. You go home and you sort it out. Friday, I went out with my dad for 2 drinks. She got really upset that I went out that night. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to offend you. I just went around the corner here. Had 2 beers and came home. Very upset about it. Next day, Saturday, she was fine. She was speaking to me on WhatsApp. No problem. 5 o'clock came. Dead quiet. Doesn't respond. It's okay. Send a message. Where are you? Maybe I can come and join you for your... she was having it was her mom's birthday party, and she was doing a mom's birthday party there on a Saturday. And then the next day was her kid's party. So I don't want to come join you now, but she didn't reply. So, you know what? Let's leave it. I went home. The night went on. I did my thing, and I was at home, and I got into my bed. As I'm about to sleep, gut feeling in my head. Yeah, right here. Hit me hard, man. Where is she? Now I'm concerned. Because she's dead quiet now for this long. What is she doing? So I do some digging around, and I managed to get the location to where she's at. So, 10 o'clock at night, I get in my car. I race down to where she's at. Get there. She's not there. So, okay, where is she? The people that were there told me, no, she went home with her ex-boyfriend. Well, her ex-boyfriend gave her a lift home to where her parents were. Happening again, isn't it? With her ex again. So, I race off to her house where her mom and them are. I get there. I hop over the fence. Go down. Mom is screaming and drunk as anything as is and throwing shit around and swearing and going mad. The kids seem to be freaked out a little bit. The ex-boyfriend was inside. She was inside. They were all in there having a nice time. They weren't doing anything as far as I'm aware. Between when I wasn't there and what I wasn't seeing, I don't know what they did. I cannot prove that she cheated on me. Just put that out there. I do not know if she cheated on me. Okay? I'm assuming she did. That's all I can say. Because why else would she break up with me? Does she feel guilt? Anyway, I was there that night. I said, what the hell is happening? Is even my girlfriend, she was, I don't know, on something or doing something. She was swearing. She was going mad. She was just really out of it. Her phone was smashed into pieces. Something happened with the phone. So the kids looked terrified. So I'm like, this is not a good environment for kids. This is not a very good environment for my girlfriend. Please come home with me. Spend the night with me. Sleep. Think it over. Tomorrow you come back here and sort it out. Because this is just not working out, right? Sorry, I'm getting messages here. Okay. So after a lot of convincing, because she said she didn't want to come home, she doesn't feel right with me, she doesn't want to come home, she doesn't want to do it, but deep down I think no, it's the best thing for her to come and calm down. Eventually get her in the car, everything's in the car, she's very upset, very sad, drive all the way up, get here, doesn't want to get out the car. She says no, she doesn't want to be here with me. She said, and I got that on video, by the way, I won't show you that. She said that her ex-boyfriend is better for me right now. So she said, he is better with the kids than you are. He is better for me right now. And you are not providing me with what he can provide me. And that's why I don't want to be here. So inside, I feel like maybe it's because she's drunk and she's saying these things. So maybe he needs to try my best to hold this in and just accept it. And anyway, eventually I get her out of the car and she sleeps here on the couch. That night, did not get one little shut-eye of sleep. And the next day, I have to go and arrange the birthday party for her kid. Okay? She sleeps for like 3-4 hours and she gets up and she comes into my room. She lies next to me and she says she's sorry, but we're not going to work out. That this is for real, and she's going to break up with me tomorrow. It's over. We're no longer going to be a thing. She says, I love you, but we're not going to work out. Again, I'm still thinking that she's still drunk, must be still drunk, can't be saying these things. Next day comes. I am so freaking tired, man. I can barely keep my eyes open. I have to drive her all the way to her mother's house so that she can start cooking and making things, which she should have done the day before. And I got to stay awake that whole time she does the cooking. And then I got to go to the game reserve and make sure everyone gets in properly and guide them to the right place, to the picnic site and all that stuff. And I can't, I'm thinking I cannot do that. I'm finished. Haven't slept in almost 48 hours. There's no way I can do this. I'm sorry, I have to cancel. I have to cancel this. You're going to have to do it at your house. I cannot physically do this. I have to go home and sleep. So I drive her all the way home and I said, I'm done. I can't. I have to cancel this. I have to go home and sleep. She gets out the car and she says, how can you cancel on a baby? How can you do that? That's a terrible thing I did. Look, that's not a great thing, but I cannot. And the reason why I am tired is because I went running around after her that night. So it's not actually my fault in many ways. Anyway, I drive off. And that was it. She broke up with me. I was looking for reasons to why she broke up with me, because I don't entirely know what it was. Because I have pages of text from her telling me how I'm a dirty person. That shit that I told you about earlier in the tent came up again. How I wear the same pants within like 1 or 2 days. And things like, now I know I'm not the problem, you are. Yeah. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff here, man. It's just, I'm trying to just get it in order here. It's one thing she said that really made me upset is that she was going to come over here to pick up her rest of her stuff here, right? She was going to come pick it all up. I actually took most of her main stuff the day before she was going to come here. I took it there, and when I took it there, I was crying. I was crying in her arms, and I hugged her, and I said, "Please, I don't understand why you're doing this. Can we please fix this? Can we? What can I do to improve? What can I do to change this? Because this doesn't seem right." And she would be like, "No. nothing you can do. It's me. I need to work on the kids. I need to focus on the kids, things like that. And then she would go on and say on WhatsApp when I get home how I'm bad with the kids, how I snap at the kids, how I'm dirty, things like that. How I won't delete numbers off my phone from other females that I don't actually have any interest in, by the way. I've got some friends of mine who's always been there for me, and I don't really talk to them at all. But I don't see the reason to block them. There's no reason to block them, and I didn't block a particular friend on my a female friend on my WhatsApp. She's really upset with that. She didn't want that. She wanted me to get rid of that person. But it's not like I was talking to her at all. Since I met her, my girlfriend, I didn't speak to that woman again. I just don't feel the reason to block them. There's things like that. And anyway, when she wanted to come here, I told her, please let me know when you're coming here so I can put my dogs inside. So she said, why? I said, well, I don't really want my dogs around you. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't understand. She's going crazy. I don't know what she'll do. She turns around and says, well, I don't want your mutts around me anyway. Yeah. So, for some reason, they're mutts. Anyway, she also said that I am bad in bed. I'm not good in bed. Only for the next day to say that she didn't mean that. So I don't know what the hell that meant. You see what's happened here. I don't understand what caused it, because she's coming up with so many different reasons to why she broke up with me. That's what confuses me. If it was a straightforward, hey, I don't like you. I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe be better. But still, I probably still wonder. She also then said she doesn't love me anymore. She's lost that feeling. She lost it about a week ago. So during that week she was here, and we kissed and whatnot. She didn't love me. There's a whole lot of things she said that I just don't understand, man. And that's what boiled down to it. That's what boiled down to the stuff. All the stuff. This ex-boyfriend story always was a problem. Yeah. Interesting thing. To continue the story, she then continued, once she broke up with me, that she will be moving in with her ex. Her words. Just hope you understand that the person will be moving into the other room, and the kid will be sharing a room, and myself and the other kid. Nothing's happening between us. He's just here to help, as I'll be working night shifts. She told me she's got a job now. So first of all, she broke up with me, and now she's moving in with her ex. It's nice, eh? That's my life. She did not once try fix anything or try and explain anything. I tried multiple times. My words, let's fix this. I'll do anything to fix this. If I ever meant anything to you, you will try and solve this. We had such a good times together. Teaching you how to drive, traveling to Johannesburg. It's too much to lose. It's my words. I mean it. We need time to think. If you need time to think, sure. But I need to know. I said, stop being like this. Let's fix our relationship. Let's fix this now, or I'm gone. I think you will regret this later, and I love you, and I'm worried about you all the time, which is the truth. I was worried. And that's why I looked through her phone, and that's why I went hunting for her that night. Because I was worried. I don't know what she's up to. I don't know what she's doing. So, yeah. By the way, she wanted to come pick up her stuff here with her ex-boyfriend, and I said no. And she said, well, that's going to happen. You got no choice. I said, well, it's not a very good idea. And she's like, jumps to the conclusion that, oh, why? You're going to shoot him? Really? Guys, it's so out of proportion. I'm going to shoot someone because he's going to come to my... No, I said it's not a good idea that he comes here because I might get into a fight. I'm not going to shoot him. It's just not cool how this has happened. I was and am still a little bit heartbroken that this has happened. I don't think I deserve what happened. I had a few quirks and issues, but I honestly don't think I deserve that. I did a lot. I spent a lot of money on this relationship, unfortunately. I sacrificed a little bit of my time on my YouTube channel for her. And all I got was that in return. And tell me how fair is that, guys? How fair is that? And that's why I wanted to make a video. Because I honestly personally think, and don't be biased. Do not be biased in the chat. I repeat, don't be biased. Do you think I deserved what I got to me? Because personally, thinking from an outsider point of view, I don't think I deserved any of that. All the insults that I got, how I'm bad in bed, how I'm an ugly person, how I'm terrible at kids, things like that. How I'm childish and immature, as her words she said. Is what it is, guys. Hope this video helped you in some way. But yeah, enjoy.